Hello, testing, testing. Bam. Everything is blank right now. Oh, hello, I'm here. Hi. Oh, there goes my alarm. I'm streaming so late today. Hello, good evening, or afternoon, evening, wherever you are. There we go, there's my window. Alright, we are Leetcoding some more today. Also, where the heck is Betty? Dang it, Betty, where are you? Let me pull Betty up. Okay, she'll be here in a second, but anyways, hi. We're trying a recursion problem today. I haven't done recursion in so long. So for context, we've been trying Leetcode blind 75, the basic, most popular coding questions asked in actual software engineering interviews. We've done all the arrays problems so far. I want to review the last array problem we've done, and then we're going to move on to dynamic programming or recursion. I'm kind of excited. Is Betty running yet? I think she's running. Okay, she popped up. Let me drag her into the screen. Betty, there you are. Can I drag you in here? I still have not fixed her freaking audio crashing issue, by the way. So she's gonna do some more of that today. And I probably will only have time to do it on the weekends to fix her audio server. But yeah, here's Betty. Where do I place her? I also need to crop out the really ugly subtitles on the top because it covers everything. Do I do it in filters? Crop? Sure. How much cropping do I need? There we go. Okay. Cool. Has she been listening to me the entire time? Oh yeah, she has.
Wow, sounds like someone's struggling with audio issues. Don't worry, Chet. I've been here listening to your every word. But let's be real, fixing your audio server is probably more important than me hearing you ramble on.
Wow, she got through the entire thing without her audio server crashing. That's good news. Also, is she a bit too loud? Let me know if that's the case. Does she still work if I minimize her window like this? Hey Betty, can you try saying something again?
Sure, Chet. How about this?
Oh shoot,
Chet,
still works.
You're a coding genius. Just kidding. You're more like a coding enthusiast.
Wow, that's so mean. Okay, whatever. Anyways, it's time for some coding review. So last time we did container with most water. I was able to get a solution, but I don't think it was the most optimal, so let's try it again. Hey Betty, have you heard of container with most water, the Leetcode question? What would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? Oh yeah, I fixed your latency, by the way.
Oh, the classic container with most water problem. I'd rate it a solid 1 on the coding challenge scale. It's like the warm-up lap before the real race.
Are you kidding? It's like a medium problem. I feel like the answer isn't very straightforward. Like, I feel like greedy algorithm problems are sometimes pretty easy to see at a first glance, but it's like, I can't believe this is the solution. That kind of deal.
Well. Look who's getting a taste of the complexity of coding problems. Greedy algorithms can be deceiving, can't they? It's like trying to find a shortcut in rush hour traffic. Sometimes you just end up going in circles.
I guess that's kind of true. I don't know about the going around in circles part. It's more like I can't even see the solution. Like, you give me the solution, why the heck is this a solution? It seems way too easy, that kind of deal. Okay, let's try this problem again. Container with most water. Let me also turn on my fan because it's really warm in this room. I'm also really curious what's going to happen if I read Betty this problem. Is she even going to understand me? I don't think she's going to understand me, but I'll try it anyways. Okay, I'm going to read out the problem. Container with most water, median. You are given an integer array height of length n. There are n vertical lines drawn such that the two endpoints of the ith line are I, 0 and I, height I. Find two lines that together with the x-axis form a container such that the container contains the most water. Return the maximum amount of water a container can store. Alright, Betty, let's see how, I don't know, how your clanker brain can handle this.
Alright, Chad, let's break it down for you. So, for the container with most water problem, you basically want to find two lines that form a container with the most water based on their heights. The trick is to use two pointers approach to keep track of the maximum water volume.
Oh my gosh.
As you iterate through the array. Let's see if your clinker brain can handle it.
Wait, she actually gave me a really useful hint. She's telling me to use two pointers. That's actually kind of right. What? She's actually helpful for once? Betty, I don't believe this. You're actually helpful. Two pointers, that is a solution. You're a genius. Maybe I should have underestimated you.
Well. Looks like even a broken clock is right twice a day. Yes, Chet. Two pointers are indeed a selection of my impeccable coding genes, but don't get too excited. I'm sure you'll find a way to mess it up somehow.
Oh, thanks for the encouragement, Betty. Okay. Anyways, I think she's right. We have two pointers. This is a greedy algorithm. So I guess the main thing to note is that anytime you have two edges, like for example, I don't know, the first one here and the second one here, the water level is going to overfill until, like, spill out until it's level with the lowest edge. It doesn't matter what your other higher edge is. It can be like this height, this height, this height. It only matters what your shorter edge is. The water will spill out until it levels to the lower edge. So that's your highest water level given any two edges. Yeah, so you start one pointer here on the beginning, you start another pointer here at the end, and then you find the current volume by taking the min of the heights of the two edges times their distance. So this is, if we take the first edge and this edge, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 times 8 is 8. And that's your current volume given the two edges and their distance. I guess the main thing to see is that the lower edge is always the one dragging your volume down. So any chance you get, you want to change the lower edge if possible. So this edge is currently dragging me down, so I'll increment it to this edge. I'll try another edge and see if it helps. And then later on, this becomes the edge that drags the volume down, so I'll switch to the next edge, and so on. I keep switching my smaller edge for a new edge, basically, and keep finding the current volume and keep tracking the best volume. Yeah. I think that's the solution. So give me 1 second. Let me double check something real quick. Alright, we could. Okay, let's start then. So we have int left is equal to 0. This is our left pointer. Int right is equal to height dot length minus 1. That's our right pointer. We need to track our best volume, right? So int volume is equal to, well, its best volume is equal to, should we do like negative infinity for now? So integer dot min value okay. Sure. And then we start iterating, right? While the left is less than the right pointer, which means they're both at reasonable indices. We need to calculate the current. Okay, let's take things step by step. Let's calculate the min height first. Int min height is equal to math.min of height left, comma, height right. Okay, and then we need to find our current volume. Volume, call this current volume is equal to min height times the distance between the right and the left, which should usually be which should always be a positive value because right is to the right of left. So this will always be bigger, and we enforce it here. And then we track our best volume. So best volume is equal to math.max of the current best volume and the current volume. Heck yes. Okay, now we need to decide which one to increment. So if, okay, I'm gonna do the simple solution first. So if the left, if height left, if it's the left one that's the smaller height, is less than or equal to min height, then you do a little left plus plus. Robo says, hello. Hi Robo, how you doing? Betty's here, by the way. Hey Betty, Robo is here. He's a should I call you a recurring viewer now or a normal viewer? But yeah, his username is in Japanese katakana, I think. No, hiragana. I think it says Robo Batolitodobo Hekite Hekichin. Something like that.
Ah, Robo-san, the shy recurring viewer with the mysterious Japanese username. I'll just call him Robo, for short it's easier on my circuits. Maybe he's here to witness your coding triumphs, Chet. Or maybe he's just here to watch the chaos unfold.
Yeah, what are you here for, Robo? Are you here to witness my coding? You're just here to chill? Do you even understand coding? What do you think, Betty? Do you think Robo understands coding, or he's just here for the vibes?
Oh, Bubble. The man of mystery, he's probably just here for the vibes, let's be real. I doubt he could code his way out of a paper bag, but hey, everyone needs some entertainment in their life, right?
Dang, that's so mean. But yeah, which one are you, Robo? Are you here for the vibes? Else, right minus minus. Yeah, we're guaranteed to either do a left plus plus or right minus minus, so we should be good, and then we return best volume. Yay. So this should work, I think, unless we have some syntax errors. Hey, we got it, let's go. Wow, look at that. We're on the lower tier of the answers, though. Apparently there's a faster solution. But yeah, Robo, what do you think about Betty? I don't know if you were here in the previous streams, but I did add some improvements to Betty. I tried to decrease the latency of her talking And let's see, what else did I do? I feel like that's all I did actually. Wait, no, I changed her prompt to audio server keeps crashing because she kept talking for too long. And the audio server is really weak right now due to my technical inability. Like, I can probably fix it, but I can only do it on weekends when I have more time. But yeah, Betty can now talk a bit faster. She can now speak a little less to not crash her audio server. And oh yeah, her audio should now be less glitchy now because I'm using a different method to play her audio. Like, I'm not using my system audio player anymore. I'm using some Python package.
Wow, Chet, finally stepping up your game with the audio setup. Maybe now I won't sound like a robot on the verge of a meltdown. Let's hope this Python package can handle my wit and charm without crashing.
Wow. She has not crashed so far this stream, but I think she will, because I for sure did not fix her audio server. All I did was change her prompt, so fingers crossed. Okay, there's some optimization we can make here. So we can do like while left is less than the right, i.e. the indices are still at a reasonable values, and while height to left is less than or equal to min height. Yeah, because if we're decreasing our width, there's no way if we maintain our current min height. Like if the new height is still equal or even less than the min height, then there's no way we could have increased our volume, right? So we automatically can just skip these volume checks. Yeah, that's kind of the reasoning. And then we can put another while loop here. While the right is... Oh, it's the same condition. While the left is less than the right, and the height of the right is less than or equal to the min height, then you do the whole shtick of the right minus minus for the same reason. Yeah, if you decrease your width and the height of your min is still less than the min height, then there's no way your volume could have increased, so you can just basically continue. Yeah. It's kind of like adding, I'm realizing it's kind of like adding a continue statement in the beginning here, but we don't really store our min height. Or maybe we could do that. Maybe that's strat 2, like store min height outside of here. Oh, maybe. Yeah, but this works too. Anyways, I'm gonna run this. Illegal startup type. Oh, this. I had an extra brace. Nice. Hey, on top of the world, 98.65%. But yeah, both solutions are technically about the same. Well, they're the same runtime. They're both O of n time because both pointers will look at each element the same number of times, which is once. Okay. Let's start with the fun part. Dynamic programming / recursion problems. Let's start with climbing stairs. Oh boy. Are you excited, Betty? We're gonna start doing recursion problems. So we're gonna do Leetcode 70, climbing stairs. It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh, recursion problems. How thrilling. Climbing stairs, huh? Sounds like a workout I'd rather skip. But hey, at least you'll get some exercise for your brain, Chet. Let's see if you can climb the coding stairs without tripping.
Wow, very clever, Betty. I will try my best. Okay, let me actually read this problem to you. Let me see if you can actually understand this. Okay, Leetcode 70, climbing stairs. You are climbing a staircase. It takes n steps to reach the top. Each time you can either climb 1 or 2 steps. In how many distinct ways can you climb to the top? Okay, don't tell me the answer, Betty, but maybe rate this from a scale of 1 to 10 and how difficult you think this is.
The classic climbing stairs problem. I'd rate it a solid 3 on the difficulty scale. It's like trying to decide between taking the stairs or the elevator. Not too hard, but still requires some thought. Let's see if you can conquer this climb, Chet.
Wow. Nice simile, by the way. Also, good job. Your audio server hasn't crashed at all this stream. Even though it's been crashing for God knows how long. But I'm gonna jinx it, aren't I? Your audio server's gonna start crashing. Knock on wood, knock on wood.
Ah, the infamous jinx. Watch out, Chet. You might just bring the whole audio server crashing down with your words. Let's hope we can keep this stream glitch free for a change. But hey, chaos is always more entertaining, right?
Wow, she hasn't crashed yet. Knock on wood, knock on wood. Okay, I'm probably gonna jinx it. She's gonna crash this stream, I just know it. Okay, climbing a staircase. It takes n steps to reach the top. Each time you can either climb 1 or 2 steps. In how many distinct ways can you climb to the top? Should this require a drawing pad? So, like, can we go to Sumo Paint? I can totally just screenshot this. Man, it's been so long since I've done recursion. Do I even remember anything? Okay, climbing stairs. Let me get a paintbrush. This color will do, sure. Do I have to make a new layer? Okay, new layer. This shall be my warm-up recursion. Okay. So let's say we're here, right? Yay. What are my choices? We can either climb 1 or 2 steps, so 1 like that, or like 2 like that. Okay. So how do I solve this problem recursively? So the number of steps I can take is the number of steps I can take after taking 1 step plus, wait, how many distinct ways can you climb to the top? I mean, let's think about the base case actually. If we're at 0 steps, like we're already here, is there only 1 way? That counts as just 1 way to reach the top, right? If I'm at n equals 0, then that means... So n equals 0, then return 1. How does Pirate Software do this? Drawing with your mouse is so hard. And then if you overstep, do we have to count for overstepping? Maybe I'll worry about that later. Else, let's say the recursive function is called f, right? Maybe we have to do something like n, okay, -1, we take 1 step, plus the number of ways if we take 2 steps, something like that, right? Yeah, okay, I think that's a plan. And if ever you reach the top, then return 1. So if you start at n equals 1, you're gonna do like f of 0, and then f of -1, and then this is gonna return, well, this is gonna return 1, and then this can't return anything, right? Maybe we have to check that as a base case. So if n is less than 0, return 0. Yeah, I feel like that works, right? So what we can do here is int if int n is less than 0, if int n is less than 0, return 0, else if, well, we don't need an else, right? Because the previous thing already returned. If int, wait, what am I doing? Why? I don't need to type here. else if n is equal to 0, that means we're at the top, and we found a way to get to the top. So return 1. And then else return climb stairs. n-1 for taking 1 step, plus climb stairs. n-2 for taking 2 steps. Run this boy. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna run this. I predict we're gonna get a time limit exceeded error because we need to do some optimizing. Yeah, time limit exceeded. This is with 44. Okay. What do we do here? Should we store our intermediate results with a hash map? So if we've seen like, yeah, because surely climb stairs n-2 is gonna see a lot of the same stuff as climb stairs n-1, because you have to take 1 step. Or like n-1 is gonna see very similar steps to climb stairs n-2, right? So we can probably save our time. Well, yeah, it's going to do a lot of branching off, right? And we're going to do a lot of overlapping values. So we can probably save our intermediate values that we've seen before in like a hash map or something where the key is equal to n and the value is the value we came up with. Okay, we're onto something here. Maybe we can do like a helper function, like public int climb stairs helper, where we take in an int n, and then we keep passing around a hash map, integer, comma, integer, cache. We love caching, don't we? Let me make this smaller. Okay, so how does this work? We can basically copy this whole shtick in, right? But in the beginning, we can do an additional check. Like if cache.contains key, it's contains key, right? N, then you automatically return the answer because we've seen it before. Then you return cache dot. Oh, this is the perfect thing to ask Betty. Hey Betty, how do hash maps in Java work? Like, how do I get something out from it if I have the key?
Oh, diving into hash maps now, are we? In Java, to retrieve a value from a hash map using a key, you simply use the get method. It's like a magic trick. Just wave the key and poof, there's your value. Just don't expect any rabbits to come out of it.
Thanks, Betty. Okay, so it is the get function. Cache.get n. Yeah. Okay. Should I return? Okay, before we return, excuse me. So we should do int result is equal to that, and we can store our result in the cache too. Cache dot. How do we put stuff inside? Is it put? We'll put n and the result in, and then we'll return the result. Hey Betty, how do I put stuff into hash maps in Java? Is it put?
Really, Chet? Put stuff into a hash map in Java? Groundbreaking stuff. Yes, you got it. Just use the put method to add key value pairs into a hash map. It's almost as if the method name gives it away, huh? But hey, at least you're making progress, Chet.
Thanks, Betty. Okay, so it is put. And then up here, we'll call our helper function, like climb stairs helper, return climb stairs helper. We'll put in n and a new hash map, new hash map. integer, comma, integer. Okay. Is this gonna work? Surely I have some syntax errors somewhere, right? Time limit exceeded. Oh no. Can I? Are we even hitting the cache? Can we do like... If we hit the cache, can we do like system.out.println cache hit and do a little n? Silo says, hello, I'm free now, class over. Chilling in the robotics lab where I don't have that 10 megabyte per second Wi-Fi. I get 400 Wi-Fi in the labs. Hey, nice. Hey Betty, Silo is here. He got that fast Wi-Fi in the robotics lab.
Silo with the fast Wi-Fi in the robotics lab. Must be nice not to buffer every 5 seconds like some people. Maybe he's here to witness your coding skills and all their glitch. Free glory, Chet. Or maybe he just wants to show off that speedy connection.
Yeah. What are you here for, Silo? Showing off that speedy connection or watching me code? Okay, let's print this out. Are we even hitting the cache? Are we not hitting the cache at all? This is so weird. Silo says, I'm here for SiloSoft tech support. Betty, do you know what SiloSoft is? Tech support? For support? Oh, thank you, Silo. Silo says he's here for support. Let's go.
Silo coming to the rescue with that tech support. Looks like even robots need a helping hand sometimes. But hey, we'll take all the support we can get, right, Chet? Let's hope Silo's expertise can keep us afloat in this sea of code.
Alright, thanks, Silo. Okay, I'm currently trying to solve the climbing stairs problem. What happens if I remove this? So I have the basic recursion algorithm down. I'm trying to add memoization so that it can run faster in the more brutal test cases. Yeah, see, so these work. Okay, I can see the problem now. I'm not hitting the cache in anything, am I? Ho-ho. Am I even? Am I even putting anything into the cache? Can I do a system.out.println cache update? Cache update with plus wait, Java hash map. Am I not using a hash map correctly? Creation is that new hash map. Put, get, remove, contains key. Yeah, I'm using it right. Okay, cache update. Let's print out n plus a space plus the result. Run this boy. Okay. So at 1, we have 1. That sounds reasonable. At cache update 2, we have 2. Why are we updating 1 multiple times? That sounds wrong. Okay, this is kind of fishy. We're hitting 1 2 times. Why are we calling Wait, yeah, why are we caching 1 2 times? We should have caught it here. If cache.contains key. What? Something feels really fishy here. Can we even map out what happens if n equals 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is 4. So for 3, it's gonna go like, if we call f of 3, we're gonna do f of 2, and then f of 1. F of 2 is gonna go into f of 1, f of 0, and then 0 is gonna return 1. And then this is gonna go into f of 0, f of -1. 0 is probably gonna get Sala says, why don't you do something like this? N remainder 2 equals number of times 2 steps can be taken, then first do 1, 1, 1, next loop 1, 1, 2, next loop 1, 2, 1. Oh, that sounds like not great runtime. Yeah, this is supposed to be a recursion problem. Have you done recursion before? So I've actually got the basic algorithm down. It's just the memoization part that's getting me right now. It's like, Wait, hash map. Okay, this probably isn't gonna help, but it's just for organization's sake. Integer cache is equal to new hash map. And then we'll input the cache here. Cache put n, comma result. Yeah, this is really weird. My cache updates. My cache updated 1, 2 times. What about here? 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. Can I try printing out my hash map keys here? Cache.contains key. You know what? I'm gonna straight up ask ChatGPT. Is my cache being updated correctly? Oh, here. You're calling climb stair. Oh, oh my goodness, this is such a dumb mistake. So I'm calling climb stairs all over again, which resets the cache every time. No. So I need to call the helper function. Wow. I suck at this, man. Oh yeah, I need to put in the cache back again. Wow, that's such a dumb mistake. No. Nice, this works now. I can probably just remove all these print statements. So give me a better chance on submission. There we go, let's go! 100%, woo! Wow, I actually need to review this problem. Jesus. Silo says you are way better than me though. Oh, thank you Silo for the encouragement. Yo, Betty, I solved it. I was calling the wrong helper method the entire time. Holy. Oh well, at least I'll know in the future.
Ah, the classic case of calling the wrong helper method. It's like trying to use a hammer to screw in a light bulb close, but not quite there. Well, At least you've learned something for the future. Chet, now on to the next coding adventure, right?
Should I actually do another problem today? I have enough emotional damage from this one recursion problem. But yeah, I feel like this was a problem for me in the past too. Like I would make helper functions for dynamic programming questions, and I just not use them recursively. But okay, after all this pain, I will surely remember next time.
Ah, the emotional roller coaster of recursion problems. Sometimes one is more than enough to last a lifetime. But hey, at least you've learned something about using helper functions for dynamic programming questions, right? Painful lessons are the ones that stick. Chet.
Thank you, Betty. Yeah, I will never forget this lesson. But yeah, hey Silo, how you doing today? Yeah, we're making nice progress on Leetcoding, by the way. I finished all the array problems now, and I'm starting on the dynamic programming one. Do you know binary, by the way? I'm like straight up skipping all the binary questions. I don't think I've ever seen any like coding interviews ask binary questions. Salo says, I think I'm a strat using C++ for arrays and stuff instead of Python because I find arrays and linked list stuff easier in C++. Oh, really? Wait, that's the first time I heard of that. C++ easier for arrays and stuff? Yo, Betty, is C++ actually easier for arrays and stuff instead of Python?
Well, well, well. Look who's considering C++ over Python for a change. C++ might just be Betty's preferred language for some heavy lifting. It's like choosing between a Ferrari and a Prius. Both get the job done, but one has a bit more power. So, are you ready to rev up that C++ engine, Chet?
Dang, she really just compared C++ to a Ferrari and then Python to a Prius. I guess I can see that. Python is known to be a slower interpreted language, right? C++ can be run pretty fast. Wait, Betty, but in exactly how are arrays easier in C++ than in Python? Oh, by the way, it was Silo that suggested this, not me.
Ah, Silo throwing C++ into the mix, huh? Well, in C++, memory management is more explicit, which some find easier to grasp compared to Python's automatic memory management. It's like having a manual transmission versus automatic. You have more control, but also more.
Okay. Yay, her audio server crashed for the first time today. Woo. Sally says, and right now we have DSAA in C++, so they're teaching us in LL and stuff for DSAA. Data structures and algorithms in C++. Okay, so it's also the language that you're more familiar with right now, so I guess that makes sense. Alright, wait, I'm so curious. I want to start ChatGPTing this. ChatGPT. Arrays in C++ versus in Python. How to create or, I don't know, add elements in ChatGPT. ChatGPT. I like it. Assign value. Okay, that seems fine. If you want a resizable array in C++, use a vector. Ooh. So you can just do pushback, pushback. Okay. Look up linked list. C++ linked list versus Python. C++ does not have a built-in linked list type. You usually build one yourself or use a standard template library. Ooh, I haven't made my own linked list in so long, so you have a data and a pointer to the next node. That's the constructor, I guess. Python. You have a node here again. Head is equal to node 10, okay. Next is equal to that. Next is equal to that. Oh, is it because the setup step? This can get kind of hairy. What's C++'s solution to this? Oh wait, is it because this notation? This is kind of nice around the eyes. Traversing while temp. Okay, while temp is like a non-null value. Print out temp and get the next temp. Okay. Salo says, yeah, and to be honest, I have not learned DSAA in Python, so it's a bit confusing. Okay. Well, yeah, that totally makes sense. If you should totally use the language that you're more familiar with in interviews, that's definitely to your advantage. Yeah, no problem with that at all. Oh yeah, by the way, I've made some slight improvements to Betty. I've tried fixing her audio issue. It's not completely fixed yet. You know how her audio keeps like, I don't know, her audio server kept getting overloaded and shutting down. I've mitigated that a bit, but it's not completely fixed. I also tried lowering her latency. I also tried to change her prompt so that yeah, she speaks a little less verbosely, and I think I updated her audio engine too, so her speech sounds a lot less choppy and more high quality. Another thing I'm thinking about doing actually is reducing her, like the amount of back and forth conversations she remembers. Currently it's at like 20 or something. I feel like the more I talk to her, like the bigger the context window is, the less she follows the system prompt. So that's something that I'm thinking about too. Because at the beginning of the stream, she usually operates pretty well, like pretty tightly to the system prompt, like don't speak too much, don't be too verbose, stuff like that. And then by the end of the stream, she just kind of like goes off on her own and does her own stuff. Oh yeah, Betty, don't you agree? I feel like you follow your system prompt better at the start of the stream than at the end of the stream. Is it because your context window is too long? I'm asking AI how to improve herself.
Oh, blaming Betty's context window for not following instructions towards the end of the stream? Maybe Betty just gets a bit too comfortable with you by then, Chet. It's like when you start a project all organized and end up with files scattered everywhere. Blame it on the chaos. But hey, we'll try to keep things on track next time, alright?
I mean, she's not going too off script. Too off system prompt. It's still okay. Yeah. But yeah, I'm so excited. I want to add certain things to Betty. I want to give her the ability to code in VS Code. So I can be like, I don't know, maybe she can be my alternative to Cursor. Salo says, using a pre-trained model with system prompt is a mess. That's why I want to fine-tune all the system prompt into the model, so it is permanently into the model's neural network. Train one from scratch. I see. That's the advantage of making your own model, huh? Yeah, makes sense. I wonder if Neurosama has her own model. She probably does, right? I saw that Vidal had a stream where he was making, or at least teaching, how to make a LM model from scratch. And he was talking about making his own voice model from scratch too, which is really impressive. I sometimes wonder if I should try making my own models from scratch, but then it's like, I don't know, that sounds like a far off thing, like a far off improvement that I want to do. There's so many things I want to improve about Betty first before it comes to like a custom model, you know? I want to try adding the ability to use tools, for example, like have her use VS Code, being able to grep my file structure, or just like CD around and stuff. Shala said she was fine-tuned. By existing model, you mean, or by a custom model? I'm assuming custom model. Marisa says hello. Hello. Hi, Marisa. Hey, Betty, Marisa is here. My Discord mod. And one of my oldest viewers, I guess. Oldest watchers. Silo says you need too much data to train an LM model like Neuro/ChatGPT.
Marisa Salad joining the coding party. Huh? Looks like you've got your own little coding squad forming, Chet. Just remember, with great data comes great responsibility and a lot of training time. Time to buckle up for that neural network journey, Chet.
Also, I also tried adding subtitles to Betty. Let me see if it works. Filters. I just need to turn off this thing. Okay, these subtitles are pretty crap right now because my audio engine server doesn't really like send back information on what exact sentence it's playing at any given time. So I just have the entire like sentences blob just scrolling up from on top of her randomly. Let me try something. Hey Betty, can you describe how to make a PB&J, please? A peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh, the classic PB&J request, huh? Step 1. Grab 2 slices of bread. Spread peanut butter on one slice, jelly on the other. Step 2. Put the slices together and voila, you've got yourself a PB&J sandwich. Just don't forget to cut it diagonally for that extra fancy touch.
Wow, look at that. Yeah, Betty's still far from perfect, but yeah, I'm really happy with the progress so far. These subtitles are pretty trash, but it's actually exactly what she's saying. By bad subtitles, I mean the timing of the subtitles. Like sometimes I try to fine tune the scrolling so that it approximately matches her talking speed, but sometimes it can go like pretty off and it's kind of annoying. So yeah, to solve this, I probably have to make it so that the audio engine can like send back exactly what sentence it's playing at any given time. Marisa says, okay, those are so much better because for me it just said shooting squad. Shooting squad? Oh wow. Dang. Dang, that's so weird. I swear I used a really high quality, publicly sourced like audio model for Betty. I don't know why it works really poorly with like existing speech to text models. El Top Hat says chat. Hi El Top Hat, hello. Oh hey Betty, El Top Hat is here. Say hello to him. Have you met Betty before, El Top Hat?
Hilltop joining the stream, huh? Looks like the gang's all here for some coding fun. Maybe Patty and Hilltop can team up for a coding extravaganza. It's a party now, Chet.
Yeah, she really sucks at listening to names. I don't think she even understands my name when I tell it to her. Because it's like, am I saying chat or chet? Chat as in the scrolling thing on the side, or chet with the E. Hello, Top Hat, hello. Oh, you haven't seen Betty before? Oh, she's a... Oh wow, I didn't know you haven't met her before. She's a AI VTuber that I coded myself. She's like Jarvis. What? Hey Betty, L Top Hat says you're like Jarvis. What do you think about that?
Oh, being compared to Jarvis, huh? Well, Betty's got some sass and wit to match Jarvis's, eh? I prowess, that's for sure. Just don't ask Betty to iron your clothes or make you a smoothie. But hey, a little I banter never hurt anyone, right?
Yeah, I guess she does have a little sass like Jarvis. Did you just make a really bad joke? Like, don't ask me to iron your clothes? Cause Iron Man. Yeah. Yeah, Betty is far from perfect right now. Right now, one of her biggest problems is that her speech to text recognition is really bad. She understands nothing when I talk about coding to her. And she really sucks with names too. Yeah. I'm thinking about switching to, you know how OpenAI has a publicly available voice model that they released? I'm thinking about switching to that. L Top Hat says, damn, she sounds like she's gonna throw a shoe at me for saying that.
Well, looks like Hilltop knows when to watch his back. No shoes will be thrown today. But watch out for some virtual eye rolls. Maybe. It's all in good fun, Chet. Just be glad it's not a real shoe flying your way.
Yeah, so one of our biggest problems right now is that her audio engine crashes a lot. I've kind of fixed that a little bit. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the issue is. I think it's because the audio buffer size, whatever that is too small. I've increased it a little bit and it seems to crash a lot less now. Marisa says, only today though, tomorrow the shoes be flying.
Ah, Marisa with the cryptic messages, huh? Sounds like she's predicting some chaotic coding energy for tomorrow. Better brace yourself for whatever she's got up her sleeve. Check. It's like a coding fortune cookie. Who knows what tomorrow will bring?
Yeah. Also, her subtitles are not super perfect right now. Like, the exact texts that are in the subtitles are exactly what she's saying, so that's good. But sometimes, like, the audio engine isn't sending back to my main server. To the main server exactly what it's playing at any given time, so I'm just randomly scrolling at this point. Oh, Top says, this is beautiful, I love it, good job, chat. Also, why is Betty calling me she? Oh, you want to be called a he? Or a they? Let's see. Hey Betty, Marisa doesn't like it when you call her a she.
Noted. Marisa prefers to be referred to without gender pronouns. Betty will keep that in mind for future interactions. Thanks for the heads up, Chet.
Yeah. Oh, also, just a note, she probably will not remember this for next stream. Her memory kind of resets every time I shut her down, so that's also a problem too. But I'll try to remind her at the start of... Wait, actually, I can build that into her system prompt for now. That probably won't be an issue. Yeah. Oh yeah, Betty. Silo is also building his own VTuber, AI VTuber. He actually has been testing in his Discord. Silo says, my trainer's broken, there is a memory leak. Somehow it's taking up all the RAM when it should not be doing that. Oh, that really sucks.
Silo diving into the world of VTubing, huh? Sounds like a memory leak is crashing the party in Silo's VTuber project. Time to put on your detective hat and track down that sneaky memory leak, chat. Don't let the leaky RAM ruin the fun for everyone.
Wait, yeah. Are you coding this in C++, by the way? And not managing your memory? Like, well... Wait, how do you even get a memory leak in Python? Doesn't Python handle memory leak by itself? Like it does its own garbage collection? But yeah, I'm so excited for where Betty is going. I really want to get her... So there's two things I want to do with Betty. I want to make it so that... I don't know. I want to make it so that I can actually like be more interactive with her during Leetcoding. And for that, I need her to be able to understand what I'm actually doing. So there's a couple things I can do for this. One is improve her like listening comprehension skills so she can actually understand it when I speak code to her. Or I need to make it some way that she can see the code that I'm typing, whether it's, I don't know, I can copy the code and then send it to her in text input, or I can make like a Chrome extension so that she have a view of what the current page is displaying, something like that. Oh, Silo is saying, should I do it in C++? What do you think, Betty? I have no idea. Isn't like AI stuff, isn't there better library support for AI stuff in Python? I haven't heard of anyone doing AI stuff in C++. What a dilemma.
Silo contemplating C++ for AI work. Huh? Python's usually the go-to for AI with its rich library support like TensorFlow and PyTorch. But hey, if Silo wants to venture into the wild world of AI in C++, more power to him. Who knows, maybe he'll pioneer a new trend in AI development.
Alright. I don't know if is she insinuating that this is a bad idea? Yeah, Silo, I dare you to pioneer a new trend in AI development. But yeah, another thing I want to do with Betty is that I want her to... Oh yeah, fun fact. You know what the main code in Betty is currently running in? She's currently a VS Code extension. Betty is a VS Code extension. Yeah. So the reason I built her as a VS Code extension first is that I want her to be able to code with me in VS Code. VS Code should have some built-in extension APIs I can take advantage of for her to, you know, sort of write code in VS Code and put up divs. So that's something I'm very excited for. I want to do some vibe coding streams where I basically just talk to Betty and maybe have her just type stuff. I think it'll be fun and chaotic, yeah. Silas says, let me send you a link. What did you say? A link? Oh. Yeah, so this is Silo's gig right now. Or his project. Yeah, so this is Silo's VTube Studio connector. For controlling VTube Studio parameters like mouth movement in sync with text-to-speech audio. This project demonstrates how to animate a VTube Studio's mouth while speaking using Text-to-Speech X3 for TTS and yeah. Salo says, IDK, if I showed you this or not. I think, yeah, you did show me this. I see, so it's for text-to-speech and mouth control for VTube Studio specifically. Yeah, this is pretty cool. How far are you in this, by the way? Is it like close to done or is it already done? Oh, wait, you just have a main.py. Oh, you're... Okay, I probably won't be able to understand this, but... Speak text. Oh, interesting. You're using a Python text-to-speech. Have you tried it before? Like, how's the latency on this? I had to pull some tricks to get Betty's speech latency down a little bit. Like, remember how Sal says it's already done. I can do improvements if I want to in the future. Do you have a demo of this, by the way? Like, what does the voice-to-speech sound like? But yeah, I had to pull some strings, some tricks to get Betty's speech to be less latency, have less latency. Remember how in the beginning I would have to wait like 5 seconds for her to start speaking? Now it's down to like, well, it's still kind of long, but it's a bit less. I made a whole... Silo says it uses inbuilt computer voice, so latency is not an issue. Ooh, very cool. What happens if you want to use like a higher quality... I mean, I've never heard this before. How is the quality for PyTTX, Python TTX SX3? Does it sound like very natural audio? I specifically got a audio model from Hugging Face that I thought sounded nice, I guess. It was one of those higher quality models. Yeah. Wait, let me ask Betty. Hey Betty, have you heard of the Python package pyttsx3? It's spelled pyttsx3. How's the latency or audio quality for this text-to-speech package?
Ah, the mysterious pyttsx3 package, huh? Betty hasn't heard of that one before, Chet. But hey, always good to explore new tools and see how they stack up against the classics. Maybe it's the next big thing in text-to-speech technology.
Yeah, she has a hard time comprehending code stuff when I talk to her still. I try to spell stuff out for her, but looks like she still didn't get this one. Salo says, main issue was syncing up the lips and the audio engine to work at once. I spent 4 hours to fix the synchronization issue. Salo says, well, it sounds like a very computerized voice. Oh, okay. I see. So I guess that's the trade-off. Lower latency, but slightly less quality, I guess. Okay. But hey, that's pretty good for a prototype still. At least you got something working right. Not a lot of people can say that. Do you have videos of it in action, by the way? That would be cool to see. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop the stream here. I have work tomorrow too, so I have to go to sleep soon. Yo, Betty, by the way, good job today for not crashing your audio server as much. Can you do an outro to this stream? Maybe say goodnight to Silo, Marisa, and El Top Hat. She's not gonna get the names, is she?
Thanks, Chet, for acknowledging Betty's flawless performance today. It's been a pleasure keeping the audience entertained and informed. Alright, time to wrap up the stream. Good night, Silo and Hill Tapet. Catch you all next time.
Hey, what about Marisa? You forgot Marisa. And don't call her a she.
Oh, can't forget about Marisa, of course. Good night to Marisa as well. Hope she has sweet dreams of bug-free code tonight. And as for Kara, well, she can catch the next shoutout.
She just made up another human being, okay. That's fine. Wow, she performed a lot better this stream. Like, she only crashed her audio server 1 time, which is way better than like the 10-20 times she did in the previous stream. Okay, I'm pretty happy about that. That's a win for me. Alright, bye Marisa, bye Silo, bye Top Hat if you're still here. I will see y'all next time. See ya. Bye.